Hangisi?
Arkadakine bak hocam. Arka. En arka. En arka. Yaralı var ya. Onu bırak, onun önündeki.
The morning started with a heavy silence inside the dense forest. The ground was damp, the smell of wet leaves strong, and the air felt tense, as if the woods knew what was about to happen. Our dogs picked up the first signs quickly, noses down, tails sharp. Then we saw it. The soil turned up, roots ripped apart, clear evidence of a large herd moving through just hours before. Not long after, movement stirred in the brush. The first boar burst out, then another, and suddenly the entire forest seemed alive with their chaos. Shots rang out, and the hunt had begun in full force. What do you think? Are forest hunts more challenging than open field hunts? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you want access to the full uncut version of this forest chase, consider joining our members section for exclusive footage. By mid-afternoon, we had reached the farmlands where locals had been complaining. Entire patches of crops had been destroyed, and fences bent and broken under the strength of night raids. Waiting quietly near the tree line, it didn't take long to hear them. The grunts and snapping of stalks were loud, and then the herd appeared, feeding recklessly in broad daylight. We moved in carefully, positioning ourselves before opening fire. The field erupted in chaos, boars scattering in every direction, the fight spreading across the farmland. Have you ever seen the kind of destruction wild boars leave behind? Tell us below in the comments. For full access to bonus scenes from this farmland encounter, join our community for member-only videos. The sun was dropping low, painting the hills in orange and red. From a distance, we could see movement, dark shapes shifting against the fading light. The climb was slow and tiring, but the higher we went, the louder the herd grew. They weren't hiding, they were waiting. Suddenly, the hillside exploded with sound as the boars charged downhill, trying to break past us. Shots echoed against the stones, dogs barked, and the fight turned wild on the rocky slope. It was one of those moments where balance and speed mattered more than anything else. Do you prefer hunting under the bright sun or in the fading light of evening? Drop your answer in the comments. If you'd like extended hillside clips and extra behind-the-scenes moments, join our channel's membership for more. Darkness had fallen by the time we reached the lower valley. Hunting at night carries a special tension. The air feels heavier, and every sound becomes sharper. The first movement came from the shadows, a small group pushing through the grass. Then, all at once, the herd surged forward, a black mass against the dim light. The valley filled with noise, snarling, gunfire, shouting. One by one they were stopped, but the fight dragged deep into the night. By the end, the silence returned, and the valley was still again. Do you enjoy the thrill of night hunts, or do you prefer the clarity of day? Share your opinion in the comments. For raw night vision recordings and special extended night hunts, join our members program for access.
Hacı gitme hacı, dur da atayım.
Hangisi?
Öndeki. Öndeki.
Yedi.
Kral.
Heh.
Yok, en öndekini boş ver.
O siyah.
Hangisi?
Fark etmez, seç birini.
Öndeki düştü. At.
Sürüye at.
Arkadan üçüncü.
Tamam at. Düştü. Köpekler, Müsemmi köpekler, Müsemmi.
Bırakmayayım, bırakayım mı?
Bırak artık, bırak.
Kral. En arkadaki.
Tamam. Sana da bir tane gidiyor bak.
Tamam.
Altına.
We reached the river at dawn, the water moving fast from recent rain. Across the bank, the signs were clear, proof prints, mud splashed wide, branches torn. We waited silently, knowing they would come to cross. Minutes felt like hours until the herd appeared at the water's edge, snorting, pushing forward. The crossing began with chaos, splashes, dogs barking, and hunters firing carefully across the current. By the time the last echoes faded, the river had carried away the noise, leaving only still water behind. Have you ever witnessed animals trying to cross a river under pressure? Tell us in the comments below. For extra river chase angles and exclusive camera footage, consider joining our membership today. The higher we climbed, the colder the wind became. The trail was narrow, carved into the mountain itself, and dangerous with every step. Yet the tracks were fresh, leading us upward. Suddenly, the herd appeared on the ridge ahead, their shapes dark against the sky. They bolted along the cliffs, forcing us to act fast. Shots cracked, echoing across the valley, as the boars tried to escape over the rocks. The fight here was not just against the animals, but against the harsh mountain itself. Do you think mountain hunts are the toughest kind? Leave your answer in the comments. If you'd like to see the full mountain pursuit with alternate camera views, join our members group for exclusive content.
Günümüzü gün ettik ya. Sabah kıra vardı o kadar soğukta. Dondum orada. Bak burada. Bir dakika.
Çok uyanık yani.
Ya uyanık değil. Köpeklerden korkmaz.
Normal zaten çok uyanık.
Ha o uyanık. Evet.
Beni gördü durdu. Köpekleri dinler. Tamam köpeklerden.
Köpeklerden değil ya. İnsanı dinler. Sen ona arkadan tutturmuşsun.
Arkadan attım. Oturur gibi yaptı o.
Kızdırmışsın hayvanı. İsmail ne oldu? İsmail de geldi.
Bu da yeni.
Köpek arkasında yok köpek. Köpek. Akşam bir daha alabilirsin. Akşam bir daha alabilirsin.
The last part of our journey brought us into a wide clearing, open and quiet, the kind of place where anything could happen. At first, it looked empty, but the dogs were restless, pulling forward. Then, from the tree line, came the final herd, large, strong, and unwilling to back down. The clearing erupted with chaos, the hunt reaching its most intense moment yet. By the time it ended, the field was silent, the air heavy with smoke and dust. It was the perfect closing to a long and relentless hunt. What would you have done differently in this final encounter? Share your ideas below. For extended footage, private commentary, and member-only hunts, join our community and be part of the experience.